channel. If you're new here, my name is Charlie, and today I am back with another makeup tutorial. Today we are doing this oh so glamorous soft pink look. So if you like what you see, stay tuned. Without further ado, let's hop into this makeup tutorial. Okay, so first we're going to start off with brows. I am using my NYX micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. You know this is my girl. So let's get into these brows, honey. And remember, ladies, cousins, not twins, or you're gonna be here all day. Okay, ladies, when you're doing your brows, it is a lot easier to go with the natural shape of your brow than to try to create the entire new shape. Just go with the shape of your eyebrow, like keep it really simple. Now, if you're a pro at doing your eyebrows and you can create your own shape, do that, but it's just a lot simpler if you go with the shape of your brow. So now I'm going to clean up under my brows. Of course, I am using my LA Pro Conceal in the shade Warm Honey. This is the concealer I use for my eyes. I do not use this for under my eyes. And you really only need like a very, very small amount. Well, actually, I'm lying because I'm going to use this to prep my lid for eyeshadow, so. Okay, so now that I have prepped my lid for eyeshadow, I'm actually going to set my lid before I put my eyeshadow on, just to take away some of the creaminess. And I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me poreless powder. This is in the shade Toffee Caramel. And I'm literally just going to use a little bit because I don't want it to change colors. And this is a little bit darker, but you want to make sure you set your lid. There we go. So, I am thinking we are going to go for a soft pink look today. I have several palettes here. I'm super indecisive right now. So I have the Be the Game Changer palette by Makeup Obsession. I have my Morphe Artistry palette. This is my girl right here for real. Like, I love this palette. If I open it, oh, this is like my favorite color right here. I'm not sure what color that is, but I know we're using that today. And it looks a little on the brown side, but it's really a very, very pretty pink. So we're going to use that. Oh, I have the little sheet here. So this is Turned On. That is my favorite shade out of this palette. So we're definitely going to use this. And then, of course, I have my Jaclyn Hill palette. This is really, really good for neutral looks. Which the pink, it will be soft and neutral, well, a little bit on the neutral side. So first, using my Real Techniques blending brush, we are going to go in with a little lid color. This is going to serve as my transition. I'm actually going to use the shade, the shade Score from the Makeup Obsession palette. It is a soft, very soft neutral color. So I'm just going to make sure you tap off the excess. Add this into my crease. Now, as I stated before, this shade is very, very light. It's a simple neutral color. We don't want it to overpower the pink that we're using. And you want to make sure you use a very, very light hand when applying your eyeshadows. Keep your fingers at the tip. That way it's light. If you do, if you hold it at the bottom, you're going to be very aggressive and your eyeshadow will turn out patchy. So just keep a very, very light hand, and holding it by the tip allows you to do that. Now, using my Real Techniques, this is also a blending eyeshadow brush. It's fluffy and it's round. I'm going to use this to buff out my transition shade. And again, make sure you're using a very, very light hand. And I feel like so once you have that transition shade blended out, I am going to go into the next shade. And that will be Turned On. Can you see that? So using this, it doesn't even say. Okay, so this is the base eyeshadow brush, and then this is the deluxe crease brush. So I am going to go into this shade. And again, this is going into the crease, but I really like this brush because it is on the slender side. So you really can just place it perfectly. And we're going to place this in the crease. Now that I have that on, I'm going to go back to my crease brush and blend it out. I'm going to switch brushes to a flat brush. This will be my lid brush. It's flat and it's a little on the stiff side, but it's not too stiff. And we are going to go into the shade, let me see. Oh, I just broke my makeup palette. We are going to go into the shade Three Little Words. And that is this shade here. It's like a goldish light pink. So we're going to use that shade for the lid. And because it is a shimmer, you can use a little bit of setting spray. on the brush to help it become a lot more pigmented. So now that I have my lid color on, I am going to go back into my crease color just to make sure, well, not my crease color, my transition shade, just to make sure that everything is well blended out. So I'm going back into the Makeup Obsession palette into the shade Score. And then I'm going to deepen the crease up just a little bit with the same shade from the Morphe Artistry palette, the Turned On shade that we use for our crease. I'm just going to darken it just a tad bit. Okay, so our eyes are done. Now it's time to move on to the face. I am going to clean off the excess makeup, the fallout from my eyeshadow, with a makeup wipe. When using shimmer and glitter shades, make sure you're cleaning up your face before you apply your products, because you will have glittery fallout within your eyeshadow and your makeup. Okay, now that we have cleaned up our makeup, it is time to jump into this face. I am going to prime with the Ulta Poreless Face Primer. I just started using this and baby girl, I love it. I love a matte finish primer because I am very oily. So I don't need anything that's hydrating because my makeup will be sliding off. For foundation, we're going to do a full coverage look today. I was thinking about doing a soft look for the face, but we're just going to go all out today and do full coverage. So I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 335. That would be Classic 10. I am going to apply my foundation with a brush. It just works better for me. And if you notice, I didn't clean the top of my eyebrows. Using this brush allows me to clean them with foundation so that I do not have a starkiness above my eyebrows. I do not like that. I don't use concealer. If you like to use concealer, you can do that, but I find that using my foundation works best for me. now that that has been applied, we are actually going to blend it out with a beauty blender. I am going to spray it with setting spray just to moisten it a little bit. And you want to make sure you're blending out your makeup. Moving on to concealer, you know I am busting out my holy grail, Tarte Tape Shape. This is the best concealer. It is a little on the expensive side, but I have noticed a drastic change with how my makeup comes out. Mixing low-end and high-end products will still give you a great face. I use foundation that costs $5. Now, I do have my NARS Sheer Glow for lighter days. I think this was about $35 or $40, but my $5 full coverage foundation, baby girl, is the thing, like, for real. So you don't have to spend a ton on your makeup in order for it to look good. You just have to make sure you know how to apply it and you're using the right product for your skin and for, you know, for yourself, period. But I am using the Tarte Tape Shape Double Duty Concealer in the shade Tan Sand, which is 42S. And a little goes a long way, so I'm actually going to use a smaller brush, if I can find it. I cannot find it. So I'm only going to put a dab because this is very, very visible and potent. Like, you really only need a little. And now we're going to blend, baby, blend, baby, blend, baby, yeah. Now make sure you blend in, make sure you are blending out your makeup very, very well. See what I'm saying? I only put a little bit and it is like so much to blend out. That's why I like to use the travel size brush, because even with just a little, it is so much. Okay, so when I do my under eyes, I go between eyes. So I don't just stay in one eye. I notice that you get a lot more even, like an even finish if you jump between eyes instead of just staying on one eye. Okay, so now that that is all blended out, I am going to go in with a little bit of setting powder before I contour. So I'm going to use the CoverGirl, what is this? Clean Professional. Yeah, the CoverGirl Clean Professional in the shade 115. Oh, I'm spilling stuff everywhere. So I'm only going to put a little bit under my eyes. And as you can see, I'm blending it out so that it doesn't just sit there and create pockets of powder. But this will be considered baking. And I'm only going to do it under my eyes because that's the only place that really needs to. Okay, so now that we have powder everywhere, it's time to contour. I am using the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in the shade, I think it's medium to dark. No, light to medium. And these are the shades, and then it has a highlighter as well. I've been using this same contour palette since I started doing my makeup years ago. Like, this is literally my holy grail, and I think it's only like $4.99 or $7.99. It's very cheap. It's under $10, but it works very, very well. I love the way that my contour looks when I use these, when I use this palette. So what I do is I mix the shades so that I can get the best combination for my skin. Now, again, do what you normally do for your makeup. This is just what I do. I like to mix the contour and the scope shades. If you have just a contour shade that you want to use, or if you would like to actually, my camera cut off. But if you would like to follow the diagram, it has which shade to use and where to use it at, which really helped when I first started doing my makeup, because I didn't know where to put my contour, and I didn't know that it was other places that you could contour outside of like your cheeks and your forehead. My makeup look better already, baby. Adding that contour is necessary, okay? Because I was looking crazy. Crazy, crazy. I'm a left-handed person, so the left side of my makeup always looks better than the right. But that's neither here nor there. And that's always why I'm reaching for the left side instead of the side that's by the camera, which is my right side. So I'm going to lay out all of my contour first, and then I'm going to blend it out with my favorite brush. It literally makes your makeup look like it's been airbrushed on. And then for a little nose contour, honey, let's snatch that nose up. If I can find my contour brush for my nose. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now that I have my first round of contour shade on, I am going to use my, oh gosh, makeup brush is flying everywhere. I am going to use my Real Techniques face brush. If you do not have one of these, ladies, you need one. This is by far the best blending brush for your face. and it literally makes you look like you have been airbrushed. So I'm going to blend out my contour. And again, keep your hand at the end of the brush. Because you do not want your makeup to be starky. And I am using a few different motions. I didn't go over that. If you're a beginner, you probably want to know what motions I'm using. So for the side of my face, I am simply going in a circle. A very, very light circle. And then when I get to the edges, I am doing a light back and forth motion. But the middle, I am doing a circular motion. And then for my forehead, I am doing like a tapping type of motion. And then for my nose, I am going to do just a straight. Now for your nose, because you still want it to look soft, and as you can see, it's very, very harsh. You want to use a firmer hand. So I am going to, I'm going to take the brush and smush it together like this. And I'm going to keep my fingers at the end. So this is going to make it apply a lot of pressure. And do you see that contour on that nose, honey? Okay, so for my second contour shade, I know you're thinking like, girl, how much do you contour? But I really, really love this. And ever since I added it to my makeup routine, my makeup has looked a lot more natural and a lot less cakey. So let me introduce you to my little friend, Fenty Beauty. This bronzer is everything. And I know you're thinking like, girl, you contour with the bronzer. But if you ever want to do a no makeup look, use this as your contour shade. And you can use like a BB cream or a liquid highlighter as your foundation. Baby girl, when I tell you, you're going to love the results. Like, it is so, I just don't know, but I love this. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. And it's not glittery like most bronzers. It is literally like a contour shade, but it's the perfect shade for me, and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to just go over my contour ever so lightly with this, my Fenty Beauty. Oh, and it's in the shade, I don't know, I just don't even know. I think it's by Jean Gayal. But if you know how to speak her language, let me know, because I swear I just don't even want to chop the words up and make it sound crazy. Once that is applied, I'm going to go back in with my Real Techniques face brush just to make sure it's all blended out. Okay, so now back with my powder, I am going to clean up my contour. Set my chin, set my nose, and set my forehead. Using my Real Techniques powder brush, I am going to I'm actually going to start with my eyes first because I low-key forgot that I had powder under them. Using my Real Techniques powder brush, I'm going to go back over my face. I'm left-handed, so I know this looks really crazy. Okay, so now I am going to go in with my bronzer. This is by, I believe this is by Milani. This is definitely by Milani. This is in the shade Solil. It is their baked bronzer. And this is what I was saying about it being glittery. As you can see, it's very shimmery compared to my Fenty. So that is why I like to use the Fenty shade as a contour shade. And don't judge me. Like, this is how much I use it. The top has popped out and it doesn't even look like I use that much, but I use this all the time. So I am going to go back in with my powder brush and just go over my contour, well, the tops of my contour with the bronzer shade. And now I'm going to bronze my nose using my Real Techniques face brush. I just like for my makeup to look really, really warm. The face is now complete. I am going to spray setting spray. This is the e.l.f. setting spray. I use this all the time. Yes, I go ham with the setting spray, but you will literally notice a difference when you do that. Okay, so now that my setting spray has dried, I am going to put on lashes. The lashes I'm using are I Envy. I got these at the beauty supply. They're like $3.99. These are my favorite lashes. And this style is style 19. So I'm going to put on my lashes and I will be right back. Okay, I am back and my lashes are on. So now I'm going to complete my face. I am going to go in with some blush. This is the Rose de Rose Baked Powder Blush by Milani. And where is my blush brush? Then I'm going to highlight my nose a little bit. Highlight my nose a little bit. I am using the Morphe 321 brush. It is a little pointy. It's not that stiff, but it's a little stiff. This is perfect for highlighting your nose. So you just want to put highlighter on the bridge there, and then a little on the tip. And when you put it on the tip, make sure you blend it in. You don't just want to have it all starky. And then I could come down the bridge just a little bit. I'm going to use my finger to blend it out just so that it isn't really starky. And there it is for the face. Oh, I'm lying. I have to do my under eye. So where is my under eye brush? Oh, here we are. So I'm going to go back into the Morphe Artistry palette. At this point it's broken, but I'm going to go back into the shade Turned On, the shade that we use for our crease, and I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes. And you literally only need a little bit. So I'm going to tap off the excess and okay, so now let's get into these lips. I am using my NYX eyeliner pencil, my NYX lip liner pencil in the shade Toast. I'm just going to line my lips. And then I'm going to go in with my NYX lip gloss. This is in the shade Cream Brulee. Now, girl, this is my girl right here. Hi. And that is it for the face. I am loving this look. Like, it looks so good. Ooh. So that is it for the finished look. Thank you all for joining me. If you are new here, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.